Hey everyone, I'm running a little late. My hair is already a mess, but technically I'm not running late because I read some newspaper. I read some papers, and I was reading Instagram and online stuff. So I read something for the 24-hour readathon. I'm being sarcastic. I'm gonna actually start reading. I'm gonna go downstairs and make coffee, and we're gonna get this party started. So I have my headphones charging because I need them. So I guess we're ebook reading for a while, and yeah, and we're gonna pull up some reading vlogs and all that kind of stuff. So I will talk to you guys in a second. So I finally finished my first book. It is 8:59. We're not that far into the readathon. I am very tired. I didn't get any sleep considering I forgot how ahead England is from me. So this is gonna be a Becca book roleplay again, where I didn't sleep before the readathon and then stayed up for 48 hours. And I didn't sleep before the readathon, so I'm gonna be staying up for 24 hours. But I have a kickstart downstairs, and I have snacks, and I just chugged half a cup of coffee since it was cool enough. But besides all that, I did. This is a very weird angle. Let me set it. I did finish my first book, but to be fair, it was like 75 pages. So I finished the Tea Dragon Society, and this was a book about tea dragons and the art of making tea from tea dragons, and it was how it's a lost art. I don't know really how else to explain it, but it was a really cute book. It was super cute, and I loved learning about the tea dragons and the art of making tea from the tea dragons, and the characters involved. And I really want to read the second book, and I don't know, I just go into this type of books thinking I'm not going to enjoy them, and then I rated a 4-star because yes, I enjoyed it, but I leave 5-star for stuff that will impact me forever. Maybe I need to fix that, because I want to give this a 5-star because of how much I enjoyed it. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to go change my rating. It is a 5-star read for enjoyment alone. But yeah, that's my short update, and I will update you guys in a little bit. But I think I'm going to go pick up Saga. Just read some comics, read some graphic novels, read some children's books, and then when my headphones are charged, I will listen to some audiobooks and do some journaling. So that is the plan currently, and I will update you around 10:30, 11 o'clock. So it'll be a couple hours from now. Hopefully I have something else read by then, and I should, considering these are all short books. Okay. Hi everyone, please ignore the sound in the background. I just wanted to update you guys real quick. It is about 11:30. I told myself I was going to take a break here in a little bit, but I'm actually going to take a break now, as I have been reading since 8 o'clock and really haven't stopped at any point. So far I have completed the Tea Dragon Society, and I have completed Second Volume 6, which was really good. I'm excited for Volume 7, and at the same point, I really want to procrastinate the last 3 volumes because the artist and the writer are both on hiatus and have been for a couple of years, and we don't know when we're getting the next one, and all I'm hearing is that Volume 9 is going to be painful. And right now I am listening to The Wreck of the Titan, and if you don't know, The Wreck of the Titan was written 14 years prior to the Titanic. However, it has frightening similarities, the parallels that some people have described as psychic, whatever, you know what I mean. It's not psychic, it's psyche. person who can predict the future, and I really am enjoying it. It is a shocker, the parallels to the Titanic. As I said, this is 14 years prior. He wouldn't have known these events were going to happen, and I also find it really interesting how well they have carried on the book afterwards to interview certain characters about certain things that would happen on the ship, and characters being accused of certain things, and then, you know, with adding up the evidence of the injury a character has and a couple other things, it's just like, no, really, they didn't do this thing, they were really just helping. And I'm trying to be as vague as possible. But yeah, I'm almost done with it. I have about an hour, I have like 58 minutes to an hour left. But I have been binge reading this. I had like 3 hours to listen to this, and I, like 2.5 hours-ish, and I've pretty much just been reading it through, and I think it's about time that I take a break, even though I'm finally starting to wake up a little bit. Now, I am 5 hours behind England, so even though the readathon technically starts on the 3rd, I am doing it via England time, so it's confusing, and my mind is currently mind-boggled by the wreck of the Titan and the time difference. So I'm going to give my brain a break, both from journaling and from reading, and just chill out for a little bit, and also hydrate before I go make another cup of coffee, which I have decided I'll probably do around 3, and then break open my Kickstart around 8, and have snacks in between. So yeah, that is the current. So as you just seen, I decided to open my Kickstart because I'm starting to fall asleep. I've also been snacking on my Sour Patch Kids, which left in the snack set. I have gummies and cosmic brownie, snack cake, and pretzels. So that is what I have in the upstairs snack cake. I also have real food downstairs, so that is the good news. But I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna take a break, finish my Sour Patch Kids, and drink some of my very large Kickstart. Progress. Since the last time I talked to you, I think I was reading The Wreck of the Titan, so I did end up enjoying it. I gave it like a 3-star, maybe a 3.5. Again, the similarities had me very shocked. How, you know, this is 14 years prior to the Titanic. How in the world did they predict these things, and just how overall it was handled. Funny enough, I didn't realize that the audiobook that I got was 2 books. So now I'm gonna read this book. I have no idea what it's about at all. Like, at least with The Wreck of the Titan, I knew that it was a prediction of the Titanic, basically. This, I have no idea what it is, and literally I'm only gonna do that because I don't want to waste a hoopla hold, and I also don't like borrowing books and then not reading them, even, you know, so I did that, and then I also listened to the last hour and 16 minutes of 17th Suspect, because I didn't finish it prior to the readathon, so I went ahead and finished that, and that means I've read 4 books. So just a quick rundown: I have read The Tea Dragon Society, I have read Saga Volume 6, The Wreck of the Titan, and 17th Suspect. As of current status, I am working on knocking out those last, now been reading for about an hour, so I'm working on knocking out those last 3 hours of Midnight Sun before it is due on the 4th, so on Sunday. Yeah, I'm having a good time. I can't believe I'm already through 4 books. I'm working on book 5, but then I have to keep reminding myself that yes, that's great, but literally they're all short books and or had very little time to finish listening to them. But I mean, progress and it all counts, I guess. So there is that. That is my update. Welcome to Tired Now. Hopefully I'll be more energized after, a little bit. So I'll update you guys, A, when I'm more awake, and B, when I have read more. First off, I want to talk about the previous clip where I was, with the time lapse. I think I put it in this video. I just listened to Demi Lovato's new song, Dancing with the Devil. I've listened to it multiple times, but I was watching the music video again, which made me emotional, and I've been working on a poem for a while, so trying to figure out a poem for a while, and that was pretty much the reaction to me listening to the book, and all my emotions coming out at the same time. But speaking of Midnight Sun, we're almost to the end. Well, I'm almost to the end. I have like 2 hours left, and like a little over 2.5 hours, and this book nevertheless makes me more and more and more uncomfortable. Twilight was, had its not greatness, but the stock thing, seeing all this shit from Edward's perspective is just very, very weird, and I very much do not like it. Literally the only reason I'm going to continue reading this is because I would like to see what the rest of the book is like. Also, I've made it this far, might as well finish it. So yeah, I'm gonna push through, and then hopefully I'll get back to get to finishing more books. I actually think that I'm gonna go to sleep for a little bit. I know I said I was gonna stay for all 24 hours, but I'm very, very tired. Good morning. So I ended up going to sleep for a couple hours, and I'm doing a lot better. I decided not to pick up Midnight Sun right away. And I'm currently reading my Walking Dead comic. I'm currently 49 pages way into the 133 pages that there is, and I'm getting really worried about a character that has gone missing and a certain villainous character that isn't the group we've previously had to deal with. If you've read the Walking Dead comics, I'm in volume 24, so hopefully that gives you a vague idea of what I'm talking about. Seems like we built things up and things are doing great, everything's fine, but I feel like shit's gonna hit the fan soon, so after much procrastination, I finally finished Midnight Sun. For 3 fucking hours. It should have not taken me this freaking long, but I finished the book. So it's book 5. I'm gonna go finish The Walking Dead so I can finish book 6. 4 books left on my Walking Dead, Come Tumbling Down, 18th Abduction, Call of the Wild. After I finish The Walking Dead, I will only have 4 books left on my TBR. So now I finished 5 books. I could call it quits here, but I think I'm gonna try and see how many books I can squeeze in by the end of the readathon. Would be really cool if I could finish 10 books in 24 hours. Granted, they're all short, and 2 of them were finished reads. But we'll see. I'm already kind of like, but yeah, I'm gonna go read, relax, hang out. Yeah, also get out of my room, because this is what I did during Book Club. I pretty much locked myself in my desk area and on the floor over there, and barely went downstairs. So it's time for my downstairs time. Everyone, hello. So I feel more human right now. I've showered and I've taken an actual break, more than 30 minutes or an hour. More than like 10-20 minutes, and then being like, I'm gonna read more. Since I last talked to you, I read some and read a little bit and I listened to a little bit of it, but I finished The Call of the Wild. I didn't realize this was from a dog's perspective, and I really enjoyed it. It's been on my TBR for a couple years now, and I still enjoyed it. So yeah, this ended up being, I don't know, I think it's like 3.5. Maybe I'll give it a 4-star. I really don't know how to rate this book. I might just rate it based off enjoyment because there wasn't a whole lot of plot. I still haven't finished the Walking Dead comic, but I'm only like 50. Oh my god, my nails need painted. Anyways, I still have 50-ish pages left of the Walking Dead comic, which would only leave me with 3 other books, which is 18th Abduction and 18th Abduction, 3 Hours of the Conference of Birds, and like an hour, a little under 2 hours of Come Tumbling Down. So my plan is to finish The Walking Dead, then I'm going to switch it up a little bit and read 18th Abduction. My hair is crazy, but we're at that point in the readathon where nothing matters. Book number 7. I finished Walking Dead volume 24. And this volume proved that, especially at this point in the series, since like volume 20, that it is so much more than the zombies and the apocalypse, and there's this terrible virus going around. There's now at the point where I'm at in the series, there's so much more to care about, and there's so much more to the story, and you know, you think you have things figured out and you're just wrong. At the entire time, I was worried about the main villain that they have dealt with somehow causing issues. But I should have been worried about this other group of people who just came into the series, who I'm trying not so hard not to spoil the series, who seem insane, but at least would aim at their own territory and stay in their little section, and maybe things could be worked out, or at least a treaty. But no, I should know so much better being this far into the series, but evidently I haven't learned my lesson, and I'm sad, I'm mad, and there's a lot of emotions running through right now. But hey, I'm just gonna have to maybe beat the rest of the comics next month, because I've already borrowed all my books on Hoopla for my TBR game, and I just don't know what to do about this, how to feel at all. This is definitely a 5-star. This particular volume will stay with me for a very long time. It's been a very long time since I felt this way, so I thought I was like done feeling very highly emotional about a Walking Dead comic. So yeah, that means I have now read 7 books over the course of this readathon. There's still 3 hours left. I said 3 hours at 4 o'clock. It was really like 4 hours. It is now 5:26 my time, which means it's like 10 o'clock over in England. So they only have about 2 hours left. Of their readathon. But there's obviously quite a few more hours until midnight. So at this point, I only have 3 more books left, and I think the plan is to read Come Tumbling Down, because it's like I said, it's a whimsical portal fantasy type thing. Also, it should only take me about an hour or so. 18th Abduction will make me think a lot, so I think I'm going to read Come Tumbling Down and then maybe move on to 18th Abduction, but I'll probably just finish go read Come Tumbling Down and let you know what I think. So it is the end of readathon. It has been the end of readathon for quite some time. I did not get another book finished before readathon ended, but I did finish another book before midnight, so I did finish 18th Abduction, and I really enjoyed it. It was funny because I was listening to 18th Abduction is a murder mystery thriller suspense type novel. Wow, that was a lot of words at once. And of course, Crimes Against Humanity is an appropriate thing, so the combination was very weird. But the book overall was really enjoyable. I do have to say, I am very impressed with the fact that I did manage to finish 7 books in 24 hours. Granted, they were all short and or didn't have very much long on them, but 2 books that I didn't get to for my readathon TBR, while adding 2 other books, which was The Conference of Birds and Come Tumbling Down. I will be reading those this month. Otherwise, I will give you more. I'm not falling asleep saying thoughts in the morning, because right now I can't even manage to update my reading journal or update my story graph from Goodreads without falling asleep. Everyone, so it is several days later after the readathon. Funny enough, it is the day that I'm posting this, but also I'm wearing the same shirt. So during the readathon, I did manage to finish 7 books, considering I was doing it in British time, even though I'm in EST. And I did manage to read 7 books, and then I did manage to read 6 books, but would have technically read 7 if I was doing it in my time. The 7 books that I finished during the readathon are The Tea Dragon Society, which I gave at final rating was a 4-star. Saga Volume 5. Final rating was also a 4-star. Wreck of the Titan was a 3-star. 70 Suspect ended up being a medium. So it was 17 Suspect ended up being a 7.5. Midnight Sun, I originally gave 2 stars, but I feel like I was being nice, and this is my first 1-star rating ever. Well, it's a 1.5, but still, I've never rated anything within the 1 column. Then I read The Call of the Wild, which was a pretty average 3-star, and then The Walking Dead Volume 24, which the ending hurt my feelings. It made me very emotional, so I did end up giving it a 4.5. Well, you know what, we'll just say 5. I ended up only finishing 7, like I said, so I read 18th Abduction right after, and I absolutely loved it. I loved some of the plot that is happening, and I'm excited for the 19th one, but otherwise, I gave it a 4-star. I'm not reading a lot of 5 stars right now. Maybe my 5-star rating is too high, and I need to give it a better chance. Sorry, my battery thing just popped up. Otherwise, that is the official end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give me a like so I know to post more videos like this. Comment if there was anything, any videos you might want to see from me, or something you read or watched over the weekend that you might have enjoyed. And otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow for another video.